Well, hi everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Everything Else Extravaganza. I am your host, Tim, and I am joined with my co-host, Darren.
Hello, Tim.
How you doing today, Darren?
I'm doing excellent.
Welcome all of you here. I hope you had a good week. We decided to do something a little, or a different topic, I should say, with the NFL Super Bowl around the corner. I don't have a calendar in front of me, so I don't know exactly when that date is, but... So we decided, since it is kind of around the corner, we wanted to discuss our favorite sports movies.
Yeah, the best sports movies out there. Now, there's so many sports movies out there. I mean, one of the biggest sort of genres. You know, I don't even. It's funny because it's not even really a genre. It's on its own. It's sort of intermixed between comedy, drama, action.
I mean, and there's not just the specific. There's basketball movies, football movies, baseball movies. You know, just
golf.
Race movies, just so
racing,
many.
Yeah, I mean, what do you consider a sport and what not a sport? I guess is in a lot of ways.
I mean, you could even throw basketball in there. That's kind of a sports movie,
right?
But,
I mean, it's
all in the eye of the beholder.
Right,
so
sure, it's just not officially licensed, or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, so for me, when I think sports, I just, of course, I think the classic, right off just the top of my head, I just think the classic basketball, baseball, football, golf, something like that. So for me, if I'm just kind of going right off the top of my head, what is one of my favorite, I'm not saying it's my absolute favorite, because this would definitely be, like I said, it's so broad, the subject, but definitely one of my favorite sports movies is going to have to go with Major League.
I was going to say the same thing, yeah.
It's so good.
You can't go wrong with, Major League.
Yeah, it's just so money. I mean,
yeah, no, I agree. I remember watching that movie. I don't think I saw it in the theater, but I've seen it millions of times. We've actually watched it together quite a few times. There's lines in that movie that I still use to this day. I mean, the whole "what's with this Olay" bullshit. I still say that, and people look at me like I'm stupid, And
yeah,
I think if you don't know that, I would definitely watch that movie just for that, because the manager, when you think of crusty old baseball managers,
right,
he fits the T there.
Yeah, he's like, the pitcher, he's like, you can kiss my butt, Joe Boo.
That's right.
It's like so
the hardcore Christian and the snake handler, and
so it's I mean, talk about a great, and just the way it's just such a good movie. It's full of comedy. Plus, it's got some good baseball scenes. It's got a little bit of drama in it, at the end there, when they're trying to get the pennant or whatever. Yep. So,
of course, you can't forget Bob Uecker.
Oh, and Uecker's in it, and I mean, it's all around. And with the guy from Scrubs. The janitor from Scrubs.
Oh, yeah.
He's in it, like, isn't he one of the fans?
I think he is, yeah.
He's one of the fans in there.
Yeah,
he's one of the guys that's, it's like, it's too high. What does that mean?
Yeah.
So we loved the fans when we were kids. We always loved those guys hanging out in the
diehard fans.
Fans.
It's like, real quick, though, they start out just sucking, and so the owner wants to tank the season so she can move the team to Miami, and of course that lights a fire under the players to start playing better. Well, as they're sucking, there's only just the diehard fans out there just kind of doing the old guy Muppet show shtick on them, just ripping on them and
just
stuff,
laughing at them, but still just diehard.
It's just hilarious,
but still there till the very end,
every game they're the only ones there for the most part, but
yeah. And so, I mean, of course, we've discussed Rocky already. We've had our Rocky discussion, and if you want to go back and look at one of our other episodes, talk about Rocky. But that's definitely, obviously, one of the greatest sports films of all time. What's Secretariat? or something? Like, wasn't that
Seabiscuit,
or Seabit?
or was that the one, the horse racing? For me, I don't watch horse racing
Me neither.
movies.
So I couldn't get down. Everyone's like, well, it's the greatest athlete of all time. It's like, I get that.
It's like, okay.
It's a horse, dude.
Yeah, and I don't need to see the feel good story.
Yeah, that's
I'm
kind of
not
my
a feel good kind of guy.
Me too. Now, I will admit, one of my favorite, back to baseball, one of my favorite sports movies that I didn't think I'd actually ever enjoy, but I actually really, really like is Moneyball.
Okay, yes, I never saw that one.
Oh, I really like that movie.
Yeah.
I know everybody's like, oh, it's so fake. They concentrate on Dave Justice and this and that, and they had such and such pitcher, and they had this guy and they had that guy, and it's not even. I don't know. I'm not a big enough baseball fan to know how close to real life that whole scenario was in that movie.
Yeah, because I was watching baseball when that whole thing was going on, and they did win a ton of games.
Right, and I remember people talking about it, like ancillary people going like, did you see that Oakland game last night? And I hadn't heard of Oakland in years at that point,
right.
since Canseco. So I was just like, Oakland?
They're still around?
What the hell are you talking about? Because, I'm not the biggest baseball fan. Like I said, I enjoy the game, but I don't follow it
right
like I do football.
You're not the stat machine.
And I don't really know other teams other than my team.
Right.
So, and so it's just, I don't know. I did like that movie a lot, though. I just, I thought it was great. So
yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
It's not. Anyways, but and then of course, there's that. Definitely a lot of racing movies, out there that are good. I'm not a huge racing movie fan, but there's definitely some good racing movies out there.
Like for me, it would be Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder's good. That's a solid. That's a solid movie.
Robert Duvall, Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
and
I'm not a huge. Yeah, we're not huge Tom Cruise guys, but that's a solid movie.
It's funny because I remember I had a roommate that loved that movie. And I'm also not a racing guy. I don't like watching traffic. That's just not my thing. But then, and again, like you, I was never really an 80s or 90s Tom Cruise fan until I saw, I think it was Tropic Thunder that made me kind of like, okay, maybe I'll give Tom Cruise a shot. So I kind of went and back saw, because he'd been in movies for as long as I can remember.
Right.
And so I watched Days of Thunder and I was like, okay, this is a pretty solid movie. And my wife, when we first met, liked watching the races, and so I'd watch them with her. So we, and so I was like, oh, you should check out Days of Thunder, and she's like, I don't know. So, but slowly I was able to convince her, and we watched it. And I was like, oh wow, this is a pretty good movie. And I haven't seen it in a long time. Yeah, I did buy it digitally. I think it was offered like a 2-pack. It's like, okay, I'll buy Days of Thunder, but
and of course Ricky Bobby, right? That's a solid. That's a I mean there is definitely some funny parts in that movie. Right. I mean, it's not a great movie. It's not a great movie. It's not like you can watch it over and over and over and over again, but there's some solid funny parts in that movie. Yeah. Solid funny parts when they're at the table and they're eating and they're like having like handing around Pepsi and eating like fried chicken and stuff like that out of the thing, and it's just, but they're really rich, and I mean some of that stuff's really funny. So but and some of that, but I don't know. But it's and of course we just kind of figured out this topic right off the top of our heads. We not really had time to prep because there's so many, as we said, there's so many that goes from, you got Hoosiers, The Natural. Yeah. I mean, you just got all these like heavy drama sports movies. And then of course you've got, but you and I have always tended more towards the comedy realm. So that's probably why we're going more with like the,
have you seen Superstar? Not Superstar, Semi-Pro?
Semi-Pro. I have seen that. That's a good one. Or you got the, what's the one with Keanu and Gene Hackman?
The Replacements.
Yeah, that's good.
That was one that surprised me, actually.
Yeah, it was.
I remember it coming out, and I just didn't really, I guess, appeal to me. But then I went through a Gene Hackman kind of like, okay, well, let's celebrate Gene Hackman, and that was one of them. And that's actually a pretty decent movie.
Yeah, it is, and yeah, and so there's a lot of sports movies out there. I guess it just really depends on what your
Right.
flavor is. Are you more of a drama? Are you more of a?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any sport mysteries. I don't know if I'd actually say any sport mysteries.
No, not that I can think of. But again, I'm not a mister. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a sports movie enthusiast.
Maybe I
So-
don't know if there's any sport horror movies. I'm sure there is, but we're just not.
If there's not, I'm surprised
yeah,
there hasn't been.
How can they not cross that genre?
I mean, I wouldn't say mystery, but if you want to go, this is loosely, sports action would be Last Boy Scout.
Oh, Last Boy Scout.
You
Yeah,
know,
let's not forget
that's,
that one. That's
you
a
know.
great movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the same Die Hard? Was that the same director?
I don't know. I don't know who did that one,
Yeah. So,
but yeah, that's got some sports in it.
yeah, that's got sports and that's action. That's a sports action. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we're more sports action, sports comedy.
Right.
But that's kind of what I don't know if. Like I said, I don't know if they have any sport horror movies or any sport, mysteries or
right.
anything like
Sports
that.
love stories. Jerry Maguire.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's Jerry Maguire, big time. Yeah.
Of course, I just did see.
I think sports movies also is kind of like Christmas. Well, it's just
Yeah.
easy to slap let's
Yeah.
make this guy an athlete,
Right.
And we're gonna, okay, great. Now he's, this person's or they're,
He was on top of the world. Now we're going to take everything away from him. And
so of course, we got Caddyshack. That's golf is,
Yeah.
So, so I think, because I think a lot of times with Christmas, like they just slap Christmas sort of on as a sort of a second, like let's just have it during Christmas. Okay, that
Yeah.
it's like Home Alone.
right.
I mean, or something like
Let's
that.
loosely base it around the Christmas holiday.
Exactly. So I think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So.
I saw Varsity Blues for the first time. That I was actually impressed with that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that movie came out. It was just like, Dawson's Creek guys in it,
Right.
and it just felt like a.
Yeah,
But no, it was a pretty good.
I've heard that movie is real. I've actually never
It's a
seen
decent
it.
football movie.
I've seen little bits and pieces of it, but I've never really watched it all. But I've heard it's really. I've heard a lot of guys who are into
John
that,
Voight
love it. Yeah,
It's got Paul Walker in it.
Yeah.
and so I saw it at the pawn shop for 99 cents. And
Mm-hmm.
look, I can give Varsity Blue 99 cents.
Right,
Ali
right.
Lauder's in it.
wasn't there Friday Night Lights as well or something like
I
that?
think I know that was a TV show. I don't know if it was ever a movie.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. It just popped in my head for some reason.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it could. I know it was,
Sure.
because it had Connie Britton in it
Right.
from Spin City.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know. It's definitely one of those things. Let us know your opinion on what you think your favorite sports movie is, and what sort of sport movie do you like best?
Yeah.
What genre?
Are you the comedy or the drama or the
super
prestige or the? Because I've never seen Rudy.
I've never seen Rudy either.
I've
seen it made fun of 1,000
Yeah.
times in 100 different movies.
Yeah.
But
Everybody tells me I just need to see it.
yeah,
I
I've never
just-
seen Rudy.
No.
I know how it ends.
It's
I
like-
don't. Rudy. Great.
That's like when people say I've never, or when I tell people I've never seen the Titanic, they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know how it ends. The boat goes down."
Let me guess.
Everybody
the boat
dies,
goes down
yeah.
and they die.
A quick Titanic story. I was working at retail job, and at the time I was in my mid 30s, and I was surrounded by a bunch of 20 somethings. And this one kid came up to me. We were talking movies, and this is the same kid that told me The Hangover was the funniest movie he ever saw in his life. And I was kind of like, okay, whatever. Well, we got on the subject of Titanic. I think he was talking to someone else, and I just like, yeah, I've never seen Titanic. And the look on his face is like I kicked his dog or something. And he's like, well, if I bring it, will you watch it? And I didn't want to be a complete jerk. I'm like, okay, sure. So he brought it the next day.
Yeah.
I put it on my shelf in my house and let it sit there for about a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, did you see Titanic? And I'm like, I did. I'm going to bring it back for you tomorrow. And I brought it back, and I never watched it. He's like, oh, was it great? I'm like, yeah, it made me rethink my whole life. I thought I knew what love was, but now seeing the love between that girl and that guy.
It's just, yeah.
And that's how I explained it to him. I was like, it was
Girl,
great.
The guy, with the love and stuff.
If you were a girl and I was a guy, would you? And so, yeah, no. But yeah, Rudy's up there too. I will not.
Yeah.
So.
I'm with you on Rudy. So, and of course, I haven't seen the Titanic either. So
It's amazing.
Kind of knew it was going to happen on that one. So,
Right. I mean, the guy who does fucking Total Recall, not Total Recall, but Predator and True Lies gives us Titanic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terminator.
Yeah. Terminator. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know it's, yeah. well, it's like the guy from The Wraith, the director from The Wraith, or not the director from The Wraith, the guy who played the bully on The Wraith brought did the Notebook or something, directed the Notebooks, and there's like. There's some kind of crazy,
right?
So, but anyways, that's off subject.
Yeah.
So
kind of take it a little.
We're taking a little bit of a dive here,
but yeah. So, like Darren said, if there's any sport movies you are a fan of, go ahead and send them to us, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. And of course, you can always find us at the Arnold or Stallone podcast.com and send us an email. Let us know what you think, or criticism, or comments, or you just want to get included in the discussion. We are at arnoldorstallone@gmail.com. So, yeah, so all I got to say is go sports team. Hopefully your sports team is still alive. Mine died a while ago, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know what sports team you like, and what what sort of movie sports you like as well, the genre. We'd love to know.
Yeah, and so until then, anything you'd like to add there?
Nope, that's it.
All right, well, we'll see you next week.